Join me as I take on the wild challenge of exploring every planet in our solar system and finding out how I would die on each one. You know, space is often romanticized as this amazing, breathtaking, and awe-inspiring place, and it is, but it's also incredibly hostile towards human life. From the freezing cold to the scorching heat, from the vacuum of space to the crushing pressure of intense gravity, every planet in our solar system presents its own unique set of challenges that would ultimately lead to our demise. So, let's dive in and explore what it would be like to die on each planet, and just how inhospitable our celestial neighbors can be. The primary challenge of surviving in space is, of course, the lack of oxygen. Without a suitable atmosphere, our lungs would quickly collapse, and our brains would cease to function. But it's not just the lack of oxygen. Temperatures in space can drop to as low as -270 degrees Fahrenheit, causing our bodies to freeze instantly. And then there's the radiation. The harmful rays from the sun and other celestial sources would pierce our skin, causing damage to our cells and eventually leading to a slow and agonizing death. Add to that the fact that space is a vacuum, meaning there's no air resistance to slow down objects in motion. This means that even a small collision with a piece of debris could be fatal. And let's not forget the extreme isolation. Even if we manage to survive the initial hostile environment, the psychological effects of being trapped in a metal box with no chance of rescue or communication with the outside world would eventually drive us mad. But it's not all doom and gloom. Each planet in our solar system presents its own unique set of challenges that would ultimately lead to our demise. Whether it's the extreme temperatures of Mercury, the crushing gravity of Jupiter, or the toxic atmosphere of Venus, every planet is a death trap waiting to happen. Mercury, for example, has temperatures that can soar up to 800 degrees Fahrenheit during the day, and drop to -290 degrees at night. That's a temperature fluctuation of over 1,000 degrees. The extreme heat would literally cook us alive, while the freezing cold would turn us into ice sculptures. And then there's the lack of atmosphere, which means there's no air resistance to slow down objects in motion. A collision with a piece of debris would be fatal, and the radiation from the sun would pierce our skin, causing damage to our cells. Mars, on the other hand, has a thin atmosphere that's mostly carbon dioxide, which is toxic to humans. The atmosphere is also too thin to provide any meaningful protection against the harmful rays from the sun, and the temperatures can drop to as low as -125 degrees Fahrenheit. The extreme cold would freeze our bodies solid, while the lack of oxygen would cause our lungs to collapse. Venus, often called Earth's twin, has a thick atmosphere that traps heat, making it the hottest planet in our solar system. The surface temperature can reach up to 870 degrees Fahrenheit, hot enough to melt lead. The crushing pressure of the atmosphere would also crush our bodies, and the toxic gases would poison us in an instant. It's literally a furnace, and we'd be the sacrifice. But of all the planets, Jupiter stands out as the ultimate example of a place where human life is impossible. The crushing atmosphere is so intense that it would squish us like ants. The pressure is so high that it would turn us into a liquid, and the extreme gravity would stretch us out like rubber bands. And let's not forget the toxic gases, the extreme temperatures, and the lethal radiation. It's a death trap on steroids. So, there you have it. Every planet in our solar system is a death trap waiting to happen. From the freezing cold to the scorching heat, from the vacuum of space to the crushing pressure of intense gravity, each planet presents its own unique set of challenges that would ultimately lead to our demise. It's a sobering reminder of just how inhospitable our celestial neighbors can be. So, which planet do you think is the most dangerous? Let me know in the comments below. And if you want to explore more of the wonders of space, be sure to check out our next video on the incredible advancements being made in space exploration. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.